All right, let's talk infrared saunas. If you've ever gone down the rabbit hole of trying to buy one, you know it's a lot. It feels like you need an engineering degree just to figure out what's going on. So today, we're going to cut through all that noise. We're going to find out what actually matters when you're picking one out. I mean, you see this gorgeous, relaxing wooden box, right? And you're thinking, oh, bliss. But then, bam, you're hit with all this jargon, full spectrum, low EMF, carbon fiber, ceramic. It's completely overwhelming. And of course, every single company swears their tech is the absolute best. So the big question is, how do you tell what's real and what's just marketing fluff? Well, we're about to uncover the one thing, the single most important feature that actually determines if a sauna is going to work for you. And trust me, it's probably something you've never even heard of. And it's definitely not what the marketing departments want you to be looking at. Okay, so first things first, let's get down to basics. How do these things even work? Because they're not like your old school steam room that just cranks up the heat in the air. Nope. An infrared sauna has a kind of secret engine. The real magic is, well, it's the infrared. Here's the best way to think about it. Imagine you're on a beach. It's a cool day, maybe 70 degrees, but the sun is out. The air is chilly, but you feel warm, right? That warmth you're feeling, that's infrared radiation from the sun heating your body directly. And that is exactly what an infrared sauna does. It heats you from the inside out, just without any of those nasty UV rays. So where does this magical heat come from? Well, inside the sauna world, the whole industry is basically dominated by two main types of heaters. And let me tell you, they've been battling it out for years. In one corner, you've got ceramic heaters. These are the originals, the OG technology that's been around forever. And in the other corner, you have carbon fiber heaters. These are the new challengers, the modern tech that has really shaken things up. All right, let's put them head to head. We're going to break down how these two stack up across the things that actually matter. Performance, your health, and of course, your wallet. And wow, the differences are pretty huge when you lay it all out. Ceramic heaters, they blast you with this really intense, focused heat. The problem is, that can create these super uncomfortable hotspots. But carbon heaters, on the other hand, they use these big panels, so the heat is spread out way more evenly. What does that mean for you? Well, it means they can run at lower, much more comfortable temperatures, which makes them more energy efficient and, more importantly, lets you stay in for longer and get a really deep sweat. But this is the real kicker. Just look at the lifespan. Ceramic is kind of fragile, it can get brittle and crack, and you're looking at about 5,000 hours of use. Carbon heaters? We're talking 50,000 hours, or even more. That is a 10 times difference. It's pretty clear which one is the better long-term investment. Okay, so at this point, you're probably thinking carbon is the clear winner. Case closed, right? Well, not so fast, because the industry got creative. To fight back, some companies cooked up something they call a hybrid solution. And the marketing pitch for this is actually pretty clever. The idea is simple. Let's combine the intense power of ceramic with that nice, even heat from carbon. The result? The perfect heater. I mean, it sounds amazing on paper, doesn't it? The people who sell these, they'll tell you that this special mix creates the absolute perfect wavelength to get deep into your muscles. You get all the benefits, they say, without any of the discomfort from those old ceramic heaters. They really pitch it as the ultimate next-gen evolution in sauna technology. But does this claim actually hold up? Is this hybrid heater really magic, or is it just marketing? We dug into this and found an industry expert who had let's just say, a very blunt take on the whole thing. And there you have it, plain and simple. According to industry expert Matt Justice, this whole hybrid heater idea is, well, it's not what it's cracked up to be. He basically says this is where the marketing just goes completely off the rails. So here's his argument. A hybrid heater is really just a carbon heater with a fancy label. He says to make one, they literally just sprinkle a tiny bit of ceramic dust, like dust, between thin sheets of carbon fiber. Then they press it all together. The amount of ceramic is so small that it probably does next to nothing for performance. It's basically just a marketing gimmick to give them something new to sell. Okay, so if this whole carbon versus ceramic versus hybrid debate is mostly just a distraction, then what actually matters? What should we really be looking for when we're shopping for a sauna? It turns out it all boils down to one simple thing: surface temperature. That's it. Forget the material, forget the fancy marketing name. The one thing that determines if a sauna is going to be effective and comfortable is the temperature that the heaters can steadily put out. And that brings us to the real goal here, right? The question you should be asking isn't what's it made of, it's what can it do for me? The whole point of an infrared sauna is to raise your core body temperature and make you sweat a lot, but in a way that's comfortable. And if a sauna's heaters can't hold the right temperature to make you sweat for a good 25 minutes or more, then it's just not doing its job, period. So this is your new checklist. This is what you look for. Stop getting hung up on the material. Instead, you need to ask for proof. Ask, can this sauna actually raise my core body temperature? Ask, can it give me a long, comfortable, deep sweat? And, super important for safety, always look for proof of low EMF, that's electromagnetic fields, from an independent source. The bottom line is, focus on performance, not the marketing buzzwords. So now you're armed with the truth. You can confidently ignore all those confusing labels. Instead of getting caught up in carbon or ceramic, you know the real question to ask. Can this thing actually deliver the results? Now you're in control.